Okay, welcome to viewers of this final match of the East Asia Pacific Qualifying Series. Samoa earlier today secured themselves as the winner of this tournament, but we've still got one game left to play. It's going to be Indonesia in the field. Papua New Guinea is going to bat first. And as usual, it'll be Murtiari to open the bowling for Indonesia. She'll be coming in from the southern end of the ground. She'll be bowling to Vagi, who's opening the innings for Papua New Guinea with Wari. And just to make it all rhyme, it's going to be Murtiari bowling to Vagi, and at the other end, Wari. So here is Murtiari with the first ball of the innings. And this one's played out into the offside by Vagi. Straight to Lee Chow. In fact, no, it was Ralia for Indonesia. So Murtiari's had a very impressive tournament. Very accurate bowler. This one's down the leg side and it's going to run away down towards the boundary and over the boundary for 4. So that's 4 wides. It's down the leg side and there's a change of wicketkeeper today for Indonesia. The regular wicketkeeper Pratiwi is not in the playing 11 today. Gloves being taken by Wayo. She wasn't able to collect that one. It's just bounced in front of her and went through her legs. Wasn't particularly wide from Murtiari. Here she is again, Murtiari. And this is just defended by Vagi. Still a high level of excitement in the field from Indonesia. 2 slips in a gully in place. It's quite an attacking field. Once more, Vagi defends. There's no run. Once again, this one's pulled away, but straight to mid-wicket. On the bounce. Two balls left in the over. Appeal for LBW, but not sure Murtiari was totally interested in that one. So aside from those 5 wides, in fact it was earlier in the over, wide down the leg side and then running away for 4. So it's 5 without loss, Papua New Guinea. There's Murtiari. Once again, it's a defensive shot from Vagi. And that is the end of the first over. So just the 5 wides off the over. Looks like it's going to be Ralia to open from the other end of the ground. Very tall player, Ralia. Here she is, Ralia. Tall right armour, and that's played away by Wari. Just behind point. It's fielded there by Murtiari. No run. Sorry, I should say Ralia, but it's fielded by Murtiari. She just knocked it down at backward point. They get through for a single. One's on the leg side, and Vargi, she played it behind square, but Bara was there, so no run. This one strikes Vargi on the pad. There's an appeal for LBW, but possibly going down the leg side. Ralia again. Vargi edges this one to short third. There's a chance of a run out at the bowler's end here, but not to be. Next one strikes her on the pad and given. Vargi looking to play that one away through the leg side. Down on one knee, the ball struck her on the back leg, I think. And Indonesia celebrate. That is the first wicket. Vargi's gone without scoring. And just have a look at the replay here. Yes, caught right in front of the stumps. That is the wicket for Ralia in Indonesia. PNG, after 2 overs, are 6 for 1. Raja Durai is the new batter, but she's at the non-striker's end. So Murtiari's going to bowl his second over. It's outside the line of off stump and left alone. Here's Murtiari again. And this one's driven up to mid-on. Fielded there by Bungie. There's no run. Murtiari once again. And this is hit in the air, wide of Bungie at mid-on. There's a chase for her. She'll collected inside the boundary, but they'll come back for 2. So good shot there by Wari. Quite aggressive. Leading the attacking shot of Wari through to the wicket keeper, so still 2 slips and a gully in place. And that's a swing by Wari. Good ball from Murtiari there, just rising slightly outside off stump. Last ball of the over coming up. And this is hit behind square, just drifted into Wari's pad. It's running out towards the boundary. Stops just inside the boundary and they'll come back for 3. That's good running from Papua New Guinea. So, Ralia, she's going to bowl her second over. It's Wari on strike. She's on 6. And this one's played short third. No run as Bungie does the fielding. Swing and a miss this time from Wari. Time Wari's hitting out into the deep, out towards the mid wicket boundary. There's a chase on out there, and unfortunately it's gone over the ropes. Ralia did her best, just couldn't quite cut it off. Nice shot from Wari. She moves on to 10. So a bright start here from Papua New Guinea. Boulder, lovely pull from Ralia. She grabs her second wicket. Worry's gone. It was full and straight. Worry, she didn't make contact with it. In fact, it may have been an inside edge. Or it may have just been a swing. Whatever the case. Worry's on her way. She's out for 10, and Papua New Guinea now 15 for 2. It's going to bring the Papua New Guinea captain Dekolo here to the crease. Here to take her first delivery from Ralia. Here she comes. That's a good ball. Just defended by Lahia. This time just works it behind square. It's fielded by Bara. There's no run. So excellent over there from Ralia. She conceded 4, but she took another wicket. And she is 2 for 5 so far. It's Murtiari again. She'll be bowling her third over from the southern end of the ground. And Rajadurai struck on the pad, but she got a good stride in there. So it's not out. Nicely into the offside, defensively mind you, by Rajadurai. One's leg glanced down towards fine leg. Fielder coming around to collect it there. They'll go through for 2. Yep, he's off the bat. So 2 to Rajadurai. Defensively forward, so Murtiari's bowling a tight line here. Big swing by Ralia through to the wicketkeeper, Wau. No run. This one's carved straight to point. She timed it well, did Ralia. Ralia was there though, and she just had to move slightly to her left, but fielded it well. It's the end of Murtiari's third over. She's got none for 13, and PNG after 5 overs are 18 for 2. Here's Ralia again, and Ralia is just defending this time. Time Ralia is playing it to short third. Nicely fielded there. Bungie patrolling that area. Down the leg side. Ralia tries to swing it away behind square. Doesn't make contact, but it's a wide. One beats the defences of Ralia. It's her in the pad. So tidy over here so far from Ralia. Rajadurai's faced 9 balls now. Hasn't scored yet. Lovely shot behind point by Ralia. It was in the air, but beat the field, and it's gone away for 4. So Ralia onto 7. Ralia works the one behind square. Barra's fielding out on the boundary. She makes good ground and gets in a good throw. Time it's just played defensively by Ralia. So that's the end of Ralia's third over. She's got 2 for 11. So it's been a good spell so far.
Okay. I think she might just drift out a little bit.
So we're going to see a change in bowler here. It's going to be Bungie coming into the attack, the leg spinner. Here is Bungie. It's cut nicely. There's a sweeper out on the cover point boundary. That's Ralia. They just get through for a single. Pulled this time, and that's a great catch at mid-wicket. Ralia. She went to play the pull shot, diving forwards. It's a lovely catch. See a replay of this. Yeah, what a diving catch that was. Bungie. Wicket off her second ball. There's Bungie again, and Gowdy, the new batter, she's beaten outside off stump. Bungie, of course, bowling leg spin deliveries. Spinning away from a right-handed batter. And this next one, once again, no runs scored. This one's played nicely into the offside. There's a fielder there though. And there's no run. I think there's one run there. So here's Bungie, last ball of the over. It's just defended by Raja. She remains there on 9 with her Gowdy 1 and PNG now after 7 overs. They're 26 for 3. a change at the northern end. It's going to be Panun, the star of the show yesterday. The match against Samoa. It's a full toss. It's played away to square leg. Just the single. Sharp bit of work there from Nyana. Struck on the pad, but Raja tried to work that one away behind square on the leg side. Here's Panun again. Raja cuts this time, but straight to backward point, and there's no run. Next one to Raja played out to point, gained no run. This one's nicely timed by Raja. Out towards the boundary, but they're going to stop it inside the boundary line. Two more to Raja. She moves on to 11. Panun, and it's pulled away out to the Ralia on the boundary by Raja. Just goes through for a single. That is in the end of the over, in fact. So after 8 overs, PNG are 30 for 2. So it's going to be Bungie to continue. It's nicely flighted. Raja watchfully forward. No run there. Here she comes again, Bungie, and that's cut by Raja into the gap between point and cover. Get through for a single. This next one to Gaudi, played wide of point, and they get through for another single. 32 for 3 is the score. Oh, a caught and bowled chance there for Bungie. Raja came down the wicket, hit it forcefully back to Bungie, and she just couldn't hold on to that. So that could have been a good moment for Indonesia, but it's not to be. This one's forced into the covers, to mid-wicket, and there's no run. So one ball left in this 9th over. Raja skies that one behind point. We'll just settle for the one though. So good over there from Bungie again, just conceding the 3 singles. Now she has, the 1 wicket. There was a chance, of course, in that over. This is Bungie. The bowling figures after 2 overs are 1 for 5. It's going to be Pinun to continue. And Raja hits it in the air, but just back over the bowler's head. And they go through for 1. Raja on to 15, Papua New Guinea on to 34 for 3. This one's edged down to short third. It's a good throw, but the umpire's unmoved. Raja was down the wicket looking for a run. Made it back to her crease without being run out. Good bit of wicket keeping there. Wayo behind the stumps today. Pratiwi not selected for this match. This is hit back up in the air to mid-off by Gowdy. Next one's played up to mid-on by Gowdy. So 1 more to the total. So Raja facing up to Pinun. She hits this high in the air. Is it going to fall? Oh, well taken. Very, very well taken by Pinun. Raja looking to lift that one over long on. She didn't time it. And Pinun, she gets a caught and bowled to make good ground there, which she did. PNG, 35 for 4. Taking a drinks break. So just a little pause here. So the new batter is Kaveri, the Papua New Guinea wicketkeeper. She comes out to join Gowdy. It's Panun again. It's a full toss, driven up to mid-off. Timed it quite nicely, so there's no run there. It is the end of the over. So 10 overs and the innings finished now. So we're going to see a bowling change here. It's going to be Chantika. She hasn't played. She may have played on the first day, because I wasn't here for that. But she certainly hasn't played in any of the 4 games since then. Here is Chantika, and that beats Gowdy outside the off stump. She looks to be an off-break bowler. Does Chantika. Leaping at the crease, floating that one up. Just driven to Lee Chow at cover, and there's no run. This one's cut. There's a fielder out there on the point boundary. Sweeping, that's Ralia. So 1 more to Gowdy. PNG on to 37 for 4. Tidy start here from Chantika. Here she comes again, and this time it's Kaveri. I think it's a wide. She played at that one outside off stump through to Wayo, Indonesia's wicketkeeper, but it was wide. This one's a better length delivery and a better line from Chantika. Breeze here today at Udiana Cricket Ground. And she struck on the pad in front of the wickets. Did she come across her stumps? I think so. I think that was outside the line of off stump. Chantika once more. This being just played defended by Kaveri. Chantika, that's her first over complete. She just conceded the 2 runs. So after 11 overs, PNG 11 after 11 overs, they're 37 for 4. So it's Panun to continue. It's a short ball. An appeal for LBW, but I think that was a bit high. So it's Panun to Gowdy this time. Well, to Gowdy again. Gowdy hits the one up to long on. It's fielded out there. Just the 1 run. This time Panun beats Kaveri outside off stump through to the wicketkeeper Wao. Here comes Panun. That's a good length ball and it beats Kaveri outside her off stump, so she's yet to score. She's faced 6 deliveries. There's 2 balls left in this 12th over. There's Panun. And this time she's struck on the pad again as Kaveri tries to hit it through the leg side. They'll go through for... Is that a leg by? I haven't seen the signal yet. I think that was a leg by. In fact, no, it was a run. It was a run off the bat to Kaveri. So maybe an inside edge there. This one's played to backward point. They go through for a single. There's an appeal for a run out, in fact, but sharp work there by Bara at backward point. And that's the end now of 12 overs. Panun, off her 3 overs, she has 1 for 9. Going to be Chantika to continue. To right arm off spinners. It's well flighted, but it's well played too. Behind point, Ralia running around to do the fielding. We're going to come back for 2. No, they're not. There's a chance for a run out at the striker's end, but Kaveri it was after the batters crossed. She thought about a second run, but anyway, she made it back into her crease. There's Chantika. It's just played behind square. Not forcefully by any stretch of the imagine. Wayo comes round from behind the stumps to collect. This next one is a wide down the leg side. Oh, it's lovely. It's in the air. Well, not lovely if you're Kaveri, but it was a nice delivery from Chantika. The ball was skied back in the air, and it was caught and bowled. So Kaveri's on her way for one. PNG now in the 13th over. They're 42 for 5. Chantika's successful there in claiming that wicket. Just looking at that, it was flighted up, just lobbed back to Chantika, and safe pair of hands. She took the catch, and so PNG just losing their way somewhat here. Indonesia on top, you would have to say it. 42 for 5. That brings OR to the crease. Number 45. She'll be facing her first ball from Chantika. She's got the figures of 1 for 4 so far. And this is hit high in the air as well. I think it's going to fall safely. Yes, it falls safely in front of mid-wicket. So OR off the mark with a single. It was played in the air. The deep mid-wicket fielder, no chance of getting to that. This fell into the gap nicely. There's Chantika again. 2 balls left in the over. This is just played up to Lee Chow at cover, and there's no run there. There's Chantika again, flighted up and driven up to mid-off, where Bungie does the well, in fact, it's Nyana that does the fielding. That is the end of the over. End of 13 overs now. Papua New Guinea, 43 for 5. Looks like it's Lee Chow coming on to bowl now from the northern end. Going to be OR in strike. Lee Chow to bowl her leg spin. Played into the mid-wicket. Well fielded there. There's a chance, potential chance of a run out as OR had advanced down the wicket, but she got back in time. Here's Lee Chow again. This one's hit straight to mid-wicket this time. No thought of a single. This one's hit into, well, just back down the wicket actually to the bowler, Lee Chow. So that's another dot ball. There's Lee Chow again. It's shorter and flatter, and it's clubbed to mid-wicket. Oh, and there was a chance for a run out at the bowler's end there. Very good bit of fielding. Well, they got the single. So she moves on to 2. Brings Gowdy back onto strike. 2 balls left in this over from Lee Chow. It's hit in the air, out into the covers, but safely away from Bungie, who was coming around from backward point. They get through for another single, so that's Gowdy on to 9 now. PNG on to 45 for 5. Back to OR on strike again now. And OR hits it straight to cover where it's the chances spilled. Wasn't a simple chance by any means. That might have been Barra out there. So after 14 overs, PNG, they're scoring at a rate of 3.29, and that means they're 46 for 5. It's going to be Chantika to continue. She's got 1 for 5 off her 2 overs so far. There she is bowling, and OR's advancing down the wicket. They get through for 1, but they're not going to get through for another, as it was fielded in the deep on the leg side. Here's Chantika again. This one's cut. Out towards Lee Chow in the cover. She had to come round from her left and she fumbled. So it's nice and full and driven, but there's a wide long on in place over there on the eastern side of the ground. Just a single. Three balls bowled, 3 singles. Here is Chantika again. It's a full toss. And Gowdy plays it out to the sweeper coming in from the square leg fence. So 2 balls left in the 15th over. PNG 50 for 5. And it's swung away over mid-wicket, but Indonesia's got its field set well out there. It's just going to be the 1. So 1 run off each ball of this over so far. 1 ball to come. Chantika again, very full delivery. It's played to backward point and there's no run. So that is the end of the 15th over. PNG 55 for 1. As Lee Chow begins a new over. First delivery is a dot ball, and it's OR on strike. Just had to move our commentary table there. The sun's starting to creep through onto my back as OR comes down the ground. It's a misfield by Lee Chow. Chance of a run out, but I think OR is back. Sharp work there from Lee Chow, fielding on her follow through. Yes, as the sun progresses through the sky throughout the day, it gets rather hot at our commentary table. So we just have to move it a few times in the afternoon. The morning's fine. Just a bit like when you're at the beach, you have to move your sun umbrella or your beach chair, whichever one you prefer to move. Here's Lee Chow. And OR is trying to force that one into the leg side. There's a misfield at mid-wicket. There's a chance of a run out. I'm just not sure if Wayo, the keeper, took that cleanly. And I think there was possibly just a little bit of doubt. I suspect that it might have been out if Wayo had taken it cleanly. But I suspect she may have spilled the ball and the ball not taking out the stumps, and maybe it was her gloves. Never easy, particularly if you're the wicket keeper and you think it's going to be a direct hit. This is good pressure from Indonesia. Not giving away easy runs as Gowdy's back on strike now. She's got 11 off 21. Here's Lee Chow bowling to her and beaten outside the line of off stump. Good piece of work, tidy work behind the stumps from Wayo. Of course, regular wicket keeper is Pratiwi. He's not playing in this match today. And once again, a good ball from Lee Chow past the outside edge of Gowdy's bat. She's a very, very talented bowler, Lee Chow. She comes again, and this time Gowdy's just defending that one back down the wicket. That is the end of the over. So Lee Chow now has bowled 2 overs. She's got none for 4, and PNG after 16 overs they're 52 for 5. So just 4 overs left in the innings. So Indonesia will be very happy with this performance. I wonder how they felt last night, having come very close to beating Samoa. This looks like it's Ralia going to come into the attack here now. So Chantika, just the 2 overs. It's going to be Ralia to bowl now. She hasn't bowled a lot in this tournament, Ralia. Made a name for herself recently. She comes in again, throws that one up, and it's out to the sweeper in the mid-wicket boundary, and they get through for 1. She's a right-arm bowler, Ralia, and a few weeks ago she had a magnificent spell in a senior women's match. There she is, Ralia. And that's dabbed into the offside. Ralia's coming in off the boundary. I think about 2, but it's not to be. Gowdy moves on to 12. OR's there with her on 8. So a handy partnership. But Ralia, yes, a few weeks ago she took 7 wickets for no runs for the Indonesian senior side. There she is again. And it's down the ground, it's in the air. Ralia chases back. She can't quite get there. But fortunate there, OR. She moves through to 9. Gowdy's with her on 12. It's Gowdy back on strike. So just 3 runs so far from this over by Ralia. This one's cut and it's just gone wide of backward point. So they get through for a single. Gowdy's on to 13. OR on 9. So 4 balls from Ralia. 4 singles off those 4 balls. Here she is, Ralia. And this is hit back in the direction of Ralia. I think she got hands to it as she ran away to her right, but couldn't hold on to it. Pretty sure that was a chance for Ralia. Off OR. I've got a replay here. Did she get a hand to that? Oh, hard to tell. Anyhow. Just the 1 ball left in this over now. It's the 17th over, so 3 to go after this. Flights it up, and there's a stumping. Yes, great work by Wayo. Ralia flighted it nicely. OR came down the wicket to try and get it on the half volley, and it was well picked up by Wayo, who had the bails off in a flash, and that is the end of OR. She's on her way. And we're just going to see a replay of this. So Ralia, good flight. There's a swing and a miss and a bit of spin there, away from the outside edge of OR's bat. And Wayo behind the stumps took it cleanly, had the bails off quickly, and that was a nice stumping there from Wayo. So Ralia, she gets her first wicket at the end of her first over, or the last ball. So she's got 1 for 4 off a single over so far. And PNG, 56 for 6. So Indonesia really showing their quality here. Another bowling change. I think this might be Putri coming into the, in fact it's not Putri. And the first ball's a good ball. Beats the outside edge. In fact, this is Luji. Agnes Luji. This is the first time I've seen her play. Seen Putri today, so I think she's been left out of this team. It's pulled away. Wide mid on, they go through for the single. Yes, I'm just checking the scorecard here. Putri is down as 12th today. The other non-playing members are Sasrika Yoni and Pratiwi. Those 3 players watching on today. This next one's played into the offside. They go through for a single. Good running there. So Thomas is off the mark with 1. Gowdy's still there on 14. And Luji, she's a right arm medium pace bowler. That's another good ball from Luji. Good pace. Outside the off stump. Gowdy's not able to make contact, so It's a dot in the scorebook. Well, I'm not sure they actually use scorebooks these days. I think they obviously once upon a time did use scorebooks. I certainly did it plenty of times when I was younger. This one's pulled away, but nicely cut off at mid-wicket. But I think they've got through for a run. In fact, it's a run out at the non-striker's end, so that was superb. It was well struck, and Gowdy it was. She was running to the danger end, the non-striker's end. I don't think she really thought she was going to be run out there, but I wasn't even sure if the ball was taken cleanly at the non-striker's end, but obviously it was, or maybe it was played onto the stumps with the hand. So PNG, they lose their 7th wicket. They're 58 for 7. Gowdy, the batter, dismissed. So let's just have a look at this replay here. So it was pulled into the leg side. It was well fielded. And I think what happened is the bowler, Luigi, glanced the ball onto the stumps before Gowdy could make it ground. Anyway, as Guraya comes to the crease, coming to the commentary table is Toby. Toby's been diligently working away on his laptop for the last 17 and a half or 17.5 overs. As here is the last ball of the over, and it's played down behind square, down towards fine leg. So good shot there from Guraya, although she's a bit slow coming back. But once again, good work from Wayo, trying to affect the run out, but that is the end of the over. So 2 overs to go in the innings. It's 60 for 7. Good afternoon, Toby.
Good afternoon, Andy, and yeah, it's good to be back. Time's flown. I thought only a few overs had gone, and all of a sudden we're in the 18th over. But what an impressive bowling and fielding performance it is from Indonesia. What we've come to expect from Indonesia at these tournaments. Yeah.
Yep. You know, I'm trying to think what the highest total they've conceded is in this tournament. It can't be more than... Samoa got 80 yesterday. I don't think they've conceded more than 80. So it just shows the strength they have in their bowling. And even today, making some changes. Bara hasn't bowled today. Putri's not on the side today. Ralia hasn't bowled in all matches. She is bowling again now. She hasn't taken her cap off yet. I don't know if she's just forgotten or decided she's going to bowl with it on.
Yeah, you're spot on about Indonesia. I mean, if they seem to keep their opposition underneath 80 or 81, 82. It's the max that anyone seems to be able to score against them. So it shows a lot of strength in that bowling and fielding area. So they've had a really good campaign. Probably would have liked to have scored a few more runs, but their bowling and fielding has been exceptional.
Yeah, a few more runs yesterday might have been helpful. Here's Ralia. She has taken her cap off, and that's down the leg side, and it's wided. Yeah, that's the reason they haven't qualified is certainly not because of their bowling. Their bowling's been excellent, and here is Ralia, and that's high in the air. Wayo's getting under it, takes the catch. So there's another wicket for Ralia. She takes her second wicket. PNG now, 61 for 8 as Guraya is on her way back to the players' area.
How good was the celebration there from Wayo?
Yeah. She's been good behind the stumps, I have to say. I think the other thing too, Toby, which is interesting about this tournament is how the two teams from the South Pacific have relied predominantly on pace, although I suppose you could say Varani's not really a medium pacer. She's more of a sort of a quick off spinner, whereas the teams from Indonesia and then I don't know what's Papua New Guinea's, I guess, West Pacific, Southwest Pacific maybe. They have more variety in their attacks. It's just been quite interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's probably to do a little bit with the surface as well on an artificial pitch, and it's been more of the team that can bat the best that seems to have got more wins on the board. But it has taken all phases of the game in bowling, batting and fielding, and I think each team has had their strengths throughout the tournament, haven't they?
So
it's a very good observation that you make there.
With Ralia coming in again now, one just bounces and turns a little. So Bara, who's also in the side, she hasn't bowled today. She bowls left arm spin as well, so this is flighted up and it's hit up in the air. Nyana's underneath it. Oh, she spills it, unfortunately. And I think she's a bit disgusted with herself there, the way she heaved the ball back at the stumps. So Iwana gets off the mark. But yes, so Indonesia actually have four spinners in their side at the moment. Here is Ralia. It's a bit short and it's not collected cleanly by Wayo, so they'll probably pick up a couple of byes here. So they come back for a second, and it could be a run out. It is a run out. Just too slow there, Thomas. Although, maybe put that down to the Indonesian fielding again, rather than the running between the wickets as such. It was a good return. There was probably two there, but good throw there from Indonesia. And you made the observation before, Toby, that the Indonesian fielding is very good, actually.
Yeah, exceptional fielding, and I think there may have just been a little bit of hesitation there, and we've seen it time and time again. If there's hesitation with the runners between wickets, that's where the run-outs generally occur, and unfortunately for Thomas, that means that she's on her way.
Yeah, and Indonesia lose their 9th wicket. Good throw from Luji, actually, or a good chase as well. Good chase and a good throw. It was close enough to the stumps, and Wayo didn't have to move too far to get those bails off, which she's very proficient in doing. So 1 run and a wicket off that ball. So if you're new to cricket, a run out does not count as a wicket for the bowler, who is Ralia. She comes in again, and that's swung away. It's a full toss. It's nicely fielded by Bara at backward square. So yes, whilst on the screen you can see W on the screen twice, only the first W counts for Ralia. The second one, being a run out, doesn't go to the bowler's name as such. Here's this next one, played up to Chantika at mid-wicket, and that is the end of a successful over for Indonesia and for Ralia. So she's got 2 for 7 now. 19 overs gone, 1 over to go in the innings, and PNG 64 for 9. So this is a target at this stage that Indonesia, you would like to think, would chase. And if they do indeed go on to do that, just shows the importance of that victory by Samoa yesterday. A victory by 8 runs over Indonesia. So it's going to be Luji to continue, bowling her second over from the northern or Kuta end of the ground. And there's a swing and a miss outside off stump by Alex, the new batter. There's just 5 balls left in the innings. Luji, and Alex lofts that one down towards wide mid-on. It's a good bit of fielding out there, and that prevents the second run being taken. So Alex is off the mark with 1.
Yeah, it's been a great fielding just there, even from Indonesia in that ball just shown. Most teams, you think that's probably 2 runs, but they're very quick in the field and preemptive. And being able to keep that just to the 1 run, it makes a big difference at the end of the game.
This one's hit up towards mid-off. There's a misfield up there, so they've got one. I think, yeah, they'll come back for two. So good shot there from Iwana. She's come in and scored 3 off 4. Alex is 2 off 2. These runs could be very important. So with that wide off the first ball from Luigi, there's still 4 balls left in the over. So another 5 or 6 runs could be very handy. And she's bowled. So Luigi does the business. She gets her first wicket. And Iwana, she's bowled. And Papua New Guinea bowled out for 68 halfway through the 19th over. So no game in a series like this could call a dead rubber. Well, actually, that was a beautiful ball there from Luigi. It was on a line outside off stump. And it just swung in. Beautiful ball. So yes, there's no such thing as a dead rubber in a multi-team series. What I meant by that is there's nothing riding on this match as such today. Neither of these teams can qualify for the Under-19 World Cup, but bragging rights are always a factor. And after the break, in 10 minutes' time, Indonesia will be chasing 69 for victory. So welcome back here to the Udiana Cricket Ground, and as Indonesia begin their pursuit of 69 to win this match. So with Pratiwi not playing today, Ralia is going to open the batting with Bara. It's going to be Alex to open the bowling for Papua New Guinea, and she comes to Bara, and that's played away down to fine leg. I'll get the single, so Bara off the mark immediately. And the Indonesian run chase underway now. So nice shot there from Bara. She struggled a little bit yesterday just to find a bit of rhythm, and that contributed to the slow start by Indonesia, which just left them with a little bit too much to do at the end of the innings yesterday, as Ralia plays a similar shot. She's a right-hander with a similar shot down to fine leg. So 2 runs off 2 balls. Have to say Ralia batted pretty well yesterday, as the wickets were tumbling at the other end, but just left with a little bit too much to do into the last few overs. So it's Bara back on strike again now. In comes Alex, and once again Bara works it behind square. Ralia calls her through for a single, so good running from Indonesia. 3 runs off the first 3 balls, and very lucky to be joined in the commentary position by a former under-19 player. She's a little bit too old to play in the under-19s now, but Wessika has been very much involved in this tournament, doing the scoring predominantly, as Alex comes in again. Or Amalia, oh, she gets a leading edge and it lobs over Alex's head. So there's no run, but good afternoon, Wessika. Thank you for joining us here.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much to your team of scorers and officials that have been keeping everything ticking along and making our job easier as commentators as well. Here's Alex again, and this time Ramalia's beaten outside off stump. And so how have you enjoyed the tournament as a spectator rather than a player? Just come to Wessika in a moment.
Yeah, for this tournament, I'm very enjoy can watch under 19 qualifier. Now have 4 team because the last EAP I was the player, only have 2 participant is Indonesia and PNG.
Oh.
And now coming new from Samoa and Fiji. That's very excited to watch, and very good fight I watch at the ground.
Very good. So that's the end of the first over. All right, and you're from, I'm sure you told me on the first day you're from Bali.
Yes, I'm from Bali, the Klungkung.
Klungkung.
Yes.
Klungkung Regency of Bali. That's out to the east side of Bali. I think that also includes Nusa Penida and Nusa Lembongan.
Yes, include only Nusa Penida.
Oh, Nusa Penida. So if you're familiar with the geography of Bali, there's a couple of islands just to the east of the east coast of Bali. The bigger one is Nusa Penida. It's going to be Lahir, beginning from the southern end, and it's defended by Bara. So what do you think of the Indonesia team performance in this tournament?
For this tournament, Indonesia was playing very good, for me, Indonesia is a brilliant player, have a lot brilliant player, and she's fighting for the win this tournament, but maybe need more luck for win the tournament, this tournament. And I watched Indonesia playing with good spirit and good fighting.
Yeah, yeah, they certainly are, and I know also that Indonesia is very lucky to have the high performance in Bali. Lots of players from Indonesia are living in Bali to play a lot of cricket. That's right, isn't it? Come back to Wesika. Sorry, we've got a little bit of distance between us, so it's not so easy to get the questions clear. That's 2 more runs to Bara. What I mean is, in Bali, it's very lucky that so much cricket is played in Bali and lots of training happens here.
Yes, actually for Indonesia, a lot player from Bali because we have training center at the Bali, and a lot like province have a lot in Bali, and a lot good player from Bali because we always have a small tournament in Bali to find the good player, and because the training center close here, all can join for the selection and find a good player.
Yeah. So I've got another question for you, Wesika. As Bara is bowled. It was a good delivery from Lohia. Bara had taken 4 runs off the previous 2 balls, and that one took out her leg stump. So there may well have been a bit of movement here. In fact, there was. She left it alone. She thought it was going down the leg side for wide. That was a bit like Shane Warne, really. I've seen that happen to a number of players over the years. So Indonesia loses their first wicket. Bara is out for 6. Can you say a little bit about the last under-19 World Cup? How was that for you?
That's very good for me. That's the my life in cricket start from under 19 EAP before, because I can't believe Indonesia can go to World Cup, but we can did it. We can do that, and we finally win the EAP before, and we going to South Africa for the World Cup, and very excited and very blessing because very lucky because I'm as a captain. I can make my team going to World Cup.
Amazing. As Ralia, off the first ball of the next over from Alex, gets a single. Which cities in South Africa did you go to? Where were your games? Can you remember? That's okay.
Yeah, we not stay in one place. We
moving
go
around.
to Victoria one,
Yeah.
and another little bit forget. Sorry.
It's okay, that's fine. I just ask because I've been to South Africa a few times and obviously I've actually watched cricket in South Africa as well, so I was just interested to know, but Toby might be able to assist there as Alex comes in for her next delivery, and Nyana is the new batter, and she just defends that one.
Now, Wesika, we did watch you at the Under-19 Women's World Cup last year in South Africa, and there was a very impressive victory over Zimbabwe, and you yourself got 5 wickets, which was a major contribution to getting that victory. What was that moment like, getting that win over Zimbabwe for you and cricket in Indonesia?
Yes, I got 5 wicket and 80 runs in 4 overs, and that's very I think that's very good performance for me in the World Cup because we can beat Zimbabwe, and that's very good win for me and team because we do good job there and we support each other. We like cheering up, very excited because that's a last match for us. After that we going back, and we must win one match before we going back home.
Yeah, that would have made you very, very happy on the plane ride back. As this time it's Nyanya. She's playing that one down past the keeper. It's going to run out towards the boundary, but it's just going to stop there. And they're going to come back for 2. So I think that's... In fact, there was buys. It was buys. So Indonesia now, they move on to 10.
And Wessica, of course, at that World Cup, you got to play matches against teams like New Zealand, Ireland, practice matches, I believe, against England. So a lot of very well established cricket countries and very experienced players that have probably been playing cricket for most of their lives. What was it like, the experience to play against some of those countries at the World Cup?
Yeah, in South Africa we play with like England. For me and my team, that's very good time because we can learn more with the maybe more high than our country like Indonesia, England top than Indonesia, and we like more practice, like more learn like the bowling, very good batting over there, and we can learn what they do, and we like more confident, make our learn mentally more there because like England team very good shot, very good bowling, and we can face that ball. That's very good for us to learn more in the future Indonesia future cricket. That's the start for me.
So Lohia has begun a new over, and the first ball is 2 runs to Nyana, playing it behind point. Scores now 13 for 1. Of course, the target is 69, so another 56 more needed. So Wessica, Indonesia today has to get 69 to win. What do you think will happen? Can Indonesia win this game, you think?
Yes, I think Indonesia can because I believe Indonesia player because before I practice with them, and they have good technique, good mentally, and I think they can chase that target.
Well, we'll see what happens as Lahia bowls Nyana. She played across the line. Lahia's a very, very good bowler, and that one just turning a fraction, taking out middle stump. So that's a big blow to Indonesia's chances. It's 13 for 2 now. Ralia's still there. Lahia, she gets her second wicket, her second bowled. And just having a look at the replay. Yes, it just turned, and Nyana going across the line there, looking to play it into the leg side, and it hit the stump. So Indonesia 13 for 2. Ralia is the new batter.
Now, Wessica, you did mention that you've been training with the Indonesian team. I did notice on Friday there wasn't a match here, and just happened to come down to the ground, and I saw you having a training session with ICC Hall of Famer Catherine Fitzpatrick. Obviously one of the fastest bowler to have ever bowled the game, and you yourself being a fast bowler for Indonesia. What was it like training with Catherine Fitzpatrick?
As Ralia,
I might come back to that question.
First ball was beaten by Ralia. She's such a dangerous bowler. And Ralia, she'd only just really taken her guard. And Ralia broke through her defences. Just turned, and she just couldn't pick the line of that delivery. She's a very tidy off-break bowler, Ralia. Was flighted up, bounced off the pitch, turned, and she's on a hat-trick.
Big moment here for the PNG captain, trying to will her side to victory.
Yeah,
And a deadly spell.
We might just wait for that question you had for Wessika, Toby, until after this ball. Wouldn't want to miss a hat-trick. Here's Ralia. What can she do? In fact, I've called 2 hat-tricks in this tournament now, I've just realised. So, the new batter is Wayo, who I thought did an excellent job as wicketkeeper today. Here's Ralia. Wayo plays that confidently up to mid-on. In fact, beats mid-on. They're going to come back for a second. And they make it comfortably. So that's the end of Lahia's over. She's now got figures of 3 for 8. Argentina. Indonesia, 15 for 3.
Yeah, so as we were saying, Wessika, on Friday, you had a training session with Catherine Fitzpatrick. What was that like? What were some of the tips that she may have had for you? And what was the experience of training with one of the best pace bowlers ever to have played cricket?
I have practiced with Prince and Fit. That's very good practice because she's tells to me what about the sim ball and what we can go with like sim for the in swing, out swing, and for me actually I'm a in swing ball, and I want try the different type like out swing, and she say for me what I can do for that, and she's looking at me like I have small mistake, and she's give me drill for me better. Yeah, for me to better bowling and for create my fast I ask a lot question, and she's very good coach to give me like tips, drills.
As Ralia plays this one away, out into the deep. Go through for 1. She wanted a second, but Wayo sent her back. And so just the 1. Ralia moves on to 8. I have a question for you. Yesterday, Penun took a hat-trick. How was that for you to watch Penun take the hat-trick?
That's very brilliant because Intan actually not the main bowling, and that moment Intan get the 5 wicket. That I'm unbelieve that, because before Intan not a main bowling for Indonesia, and Intan only have chance for bowling, and they do what they job.
Yeah, she was brilliant yesterday. Sangat bagus.
Yes, sangat bagus.
Yeah, this one's played by Wayo, just back to the bowler. But this Indonesia team has very good bowlers. Especially I like the spin bowlers like Bungi and Lee Chow. They are so good.
Yes, Indonesia have like a lot bowlers. One team maybe all the bowlers. Keeper too can bowling. Yeah, and because we always practice at the ground with every day we do bowling session for improve our bowling, and yeah, we get it that.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So back out in the middle, Wayo is on 2, Ralia is on 3. 16 is the score, although I think that scorecard hasn't ticked over yet. There were some buys off that previous ball. So just wait for that to come up as Ralia comes in again. Last ball of her over. It's down the leg side and it's wide.
Yeah, I think there's just a bit of confusion because it looks like on that 5th ball, or 6th ball, it was called a dead ball. So just trying to work out exactly what happened then.
Yeah, it's a good point because I'd noticed when Wayo was coming back for the second run, she just basically stopped running. So something must have happened there. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, we'll find out.
It may have
Hit the helmet.
Okay, that makes sense. So automatic 5 runs.
Yeah, hit the helmet on the ground. So if you're new to the game, if the fielding side has a helmet or any kind of hat or anything, here's Wayo just defending, and that is the end of the over. So 22 for 3. Yes, if you have any object on the ground, such as a helmet, which often the fielding side will put behind the wicketkeeper, if the ball hits the helmet, or it could be a fielder's hat, could be in anything that's not basically the hands of the fielding side, it's a penalty 5 runs. And not so long ago, I saw this happen to Babar Azam, the Pakistan captain. He touched the ball when he was fielding with his cap in his hand, and it was a 5-run penalty. So a little bit unlucky there for Samoa, lucky for Indonesia. As we see a bowling change here now, it's going to be Thomas coming in, bowling to no, that's Ralia on strike there. So
Yeah, we talked about that helmet earlier in the tournament, didn't we? The opportunity for 5 runs, and PNG just unlucky there, giving away 5. And when you're only defending a low score, like 68, every extra run does count. But yeah, a bit of luck going Indonesia's way, you might say.
yeah. So Thomas coming in from the southern end of the ground, Udiana cricket ground. It's a nice cut shot there from Ralia. She's played that a one-way behind point. There's a long chase out there, and it's raced away for 4. It's a lovely shot there from Ralia. Actually, that's one thing I've noticed over the last couple of weeks. Rainy season's finished now. Tidak hujan now.
Yes.
Sekarang. So the grass is more fast now.
Yes, because the grass very dry and ball going very fast to boundary or like only touch with the bowler have face ball and touch the bat going to boundary.
This time, Ralia is beaten outside off stump. Yes, even 2 weeks ago, yes, when there was Indonesia men versus Thailand men, grass longer and more slow.
Yeah, because maybe grass not yet cutting and grass long make ball not running to the boundary.
As Ralia gets another one away through the
Good
offside.
running.
Yeah, very good running there. 2 more. Which club do you play for in Bali?
Oh, especially in Bali, I'm playing at Barongs.
Ah.
Barong, that's the owner is Wayan Samuel.
Ah, okay. Ah, yes. I have not met Wayan Samuel, but he is my friend on Instagram.
Oh, nice. And she is a like coach for the Bali woman.
Oh, I
yeah.
see. Okay.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what it's like playing your cricket in Bali? And I suppose you're seeing lots more cricketers coming through. It must be exciting to be in Bali playing cricket at this time.
Yeah, sure. Because in Bali have like a lot province, and every year or 6 months we have like match in here in this ground. We have match for the like selection who playing in Bali, because next we have pon. Pon mean like we playing from like Bali with West Java, Jakarta. That's very very good tournament next.
Yes, and it will be very exciting to meet other people from Indonesia from other sports at the pon games, from different sports.
Yeah, in ponds that have a lot sport in that tournament, like have football, cricket, basketball, all sport we do.
Volleyball, badminton.
Yes, all have tournament there. We call pon.
Yes. So this time the pon games will be in Aceh province of Sumatra.
Yes, Aceh. We playing cricket, especially playing in Aceh.
Ah, very nice. Last year I went to Aceh. I was on holiday in Aceh.
Wow, where's you live in Aceh? Because I think that's my first time going to Aceh. Maybe you can share your
Yes.
journey.
Pulau Way. Pulau Way.
Wow.
Yeah, very nice. Capital city is Sabang, but it's a
Sabang.
big island. Yes,
I think I must go there next.
yes. It's just a short boat ride, one hour, I think. Back out in the middle, Ramalia's there on 9, Wayo is on 3, Indonesia a 30 for 3, so they need another 39 runs, and they have 7 wickets left. So it's been very nice having Wessika here to get a perspective of a former under-19s women's captain. As there's a shy at the stumps at the bowler's end, and Ralia dives. I think she might have been out there if it had been a direct hit from the fielder there, but she survives. She's on 10.
Wessika, what can you tell us about these two batters at the crease in Triwio and Ralia? They look to be, enjoying batting together.
Yeah. For Rohmalia is this two batter have same type because she is like runs, like she have very a lot, like only touch to runs and very fast run, and she is looking for the ball going to the gap, and she's always take all her runs.
It's just a possibility of a 4 here. The ball was inside the boundary, and the fielder just tumbled over the boundary, and then when she got up, it was just a question of whether she she picked the ball up before she stepped back into the field of play. I think she might have been all right. I had a good view of that. But it's going to be a free hit. So what can Ralia do with this? She smashes it away behind
Good
square. Very good shot.
And going
Going.
4 runs.
Oh, good try, Lahia. Wow, what commitment there. Trying to save that one. Just hit.
Good exciting from Captain PNG. That's very try to stop that boundary.
Yeah, it just made it. Yes, even 2 weeks ago, shots like that were not going for 4. Yeah, it was desperate save there, right in front of our cameraman, right in front of our commentary position. And so Ralia, she moves on to 14. Wayo is on 6. So Indonesia now need just 30 more runs. 39 for 3 is the score. I think Wayo, she's quite aggressive when she bats. Wayo, aggressive.
Oh yeah, Will is very aggressive and like can't stay. Every ball is one run.
Yeah.
And she's the keeper actually.
Yes.
If one touch the stump, can slowly make stump broke.
Even while she's at the non-strikers end right now, she is still swinging her bat. She's got a lot of energy, doesn't she?
Yes, that's very energetic.
Ralia this time plays it to backward point. They go through for a single. And what about Ralia? Ralia is famous now, right? She's on the news all around the world.
Yes, because she's break the world record. Yes, she have 7 wickets without runs.
Amazing. This time it's cut away by Wayo into the gap at extra cover. They take 1. They're going to come back for 2. So this is excellent by Indonesia. Wayo now is on to 9. You know, Wesika, I was watching the news on the English news channel from England, and I see this one's hit in the air over the top of cover by Wayo. It's going out towards the boundary. It won't quite make it, but that's 2 more runs. So I'm watching the news from the English channel, and then I see this name, Ralia. It's famous in England. In Ingress, the Ingress.
That's nice. Maybe some country to take Rohmalia to play for some league. That's nice for Indonesia.
Very nice.
And actually here Rohmalia too famous because break the records. All player maybe talk about that.
This time it's cut by Wayo powerfully. So there's a fielder out there in the deep. So it's just the 1 run. So Wao looking in fine touch here.
And speaking of cricket, Indonesia being famous overseas and international, there are some players now playing cricket in other countries, Indonesian cricketers playing overseas. Are you noticing yourself there are more opportunities for Indonesian cricketers to be playing cricket in other countries?
Yes, I think all country now looking at Indonesia because like now example, we have two player playing to Japan, and that's the Nanda Sakarini and Corazon Wombaki. That's the playing at Japan. I think now the finish, and I watched the story. She's have like MVP there. Uh, I think Corazon have T20 MVP and Nanda Sakarini have T10 MVP.
Wow.
That's very good for Indonesia, and another country now looking for Indonesia. Maybe next league have different player going. I hope me.
I can be your agent. I'll get you a contract.
Oh,
Maybe New Zealand.
I hope any country if one I can play for.
So, 8 overs gone. Indonesia going very well here. Wao tries to cut that one away from Lohia, who's come on at the northern end of the ground. She's got 3 wickets. Probably a good move to bring Lohia on here. They really need to break this partnership between Wao and Ralia. Here is Lohia, and Wao plays that up the onside of the wicket, and there's no run.
And for your information, Dika Lohia is the best player before in EAP, and they got best bowling figure. Yes.
In the previous qualifying tournament, this is hit in the air again by Wao, over cover, lands safely. Yes, she's very good. Lohia, very, very excellent bowler.
And very energetic.
And good batter too. Very good
Yes.
batter. So it's Ralia on strike now. She cuts that one nicely behind point. It's running away, but it won't go all the way to the boundary. They come back for another 2. So very interesting this innings today from Indonesia. They're just scoring 2s regularly, scoring 1s. Yesterday they really struggled to score runs early on in the first 7 overs or so of the innings. But today they've got through to 50. Just 19 more needed now. So it's Lohia. This is the last ball of her 3rd over. And it's swept away into mid-wicket by Ralia. No run there, so 9 overs gone now. Indonesia, in reply to Papua New Guinea's 68, Indonesia are 50 for 3. So 19 runs required for victory.
So, Westica, probably one final question from me. What are you most excited about for the future of cricket in Indonesia?
For future of Indonesia, like I hope we can do more than this year or before, because like a SEA game we have 1 gold and 2 silver, and I hope this next SEA game we can bring more gold. And like an example, 2 people going to Japan, and I hope if another country have like a league or fire break, Indonesia can playing there, and maybe 2 or 3 people going. That's I think can like if we going other country and come back, we can share the we can share the experience for other, and we can improve together for Indonesia.
Here's this next one from Alex, is played up to mid-on by Wayo, and quick as a flash, she's down the other end. Moves on to 14. So, Wesika, thank you so much to come to talk to us, and good luck for your cricket in the future.
Sure, thank you so much. Very happy to talk with you.
So it's Ralia on strike now. She's moved through to 17 off 23 balls. Wayo's on 14 off 16. Here's Alex, and Ralia plays that nicely behind point. They go through for a single. So 52, so just 17 required now. Interesting what she said there, Toby. Just at the very end, she talked about the Southeast Asia Games. And so it comes back to what we were saying earlier about how cricket's profile now is actually getting really big. I think there's talk about it being in the Olympics. This one's hit by Wayo. Over cover. Out to the boundary for 4. What a lovely shot. Wow, she timed that so well. It was up there on a good length. She struck through the line of the ball, over cover, and as I mentioned, the outfield now is pretty fast and raced away for 4. But yes, it's just making its way slow, not slowly, but fast even, getting into lots of different multi-sport tournaments.
Yeah, well, we did see recently, just a few months back, cricket has been announced in the Olympics for LA 2028.
That's
so
right.
Not in Paris 2024, but it will be in that future edition in about 4 years from now.
Yep.
And then hopefully again in Brisbane 2032. So it's starting to, being recognised as an Olympic sport. It's huge, because it actually means then cricket is almost insured, but there is much more validity for cricket to be included in multi-sport games such as the Southeast Asian Games, the Asian Games. It's recently been included at the African Games. So it's great for the sport to get that Olympics recognition, and we see, just talking to Wesika there, the pride of winning gold at the SEA Games and what that meant for her and Indonesia.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, cricket must be up there with one of the most widely played sports on a daily basis at the moment. If you delve into it and you analyse it region by region, country by country, age group by age group, as this is played nicely by Ralia, down towards the third boundary and away for 4. Wow, her timing's been amazing today. And does Indonesia now just need another 5 to win? One wonders if they'd just managed to score a little bit quicker earlier on yesterday. They might have been the ones on the plane to Kuala Lumpur for the Under-19 World Cup. But anyway, that's the drinks break. So 5 runs needed. So the end is nigh.
Yeah, we might continue through the drinks break with only 5 runs required and talk about that. What it means is cricket being included in the Olympics. But as you say, it is one of the major sports in the world. From the metrics we look at, we would say it's the second largest sport in the world and the largest sport in Asia. So it's certainly growing and going from strength to strength. And we're seeing more countries now increase their competitiveness And I mean, even looking at Samoa today, it's their first ever World Cup that they will be going to, but the level of competition in this tournament, going from 2 teams to 4 teams,
Yeah.
and really coming down to the final day where any one of 3 teams could have easily gone through, it's showing that cricket is growing and there is, you know, more competition, isn't it?
Well, also there's another factor in this, and that surprised me when I heard that there was only two teams playing in the previous East Asia Pacific qualifiers. I mean, it's also good that the ICC, the way it's structured their cricket, decided to have an East Asia Pacific region, you know, as opposed to just a much bigger region, whether it be part of Oceania or whatever it might be, to give the region an opportunity like that, even if there was only 2 teams that were in contention. I mean, yeah, it's great, and to see it grow from 2 teams to 4 teams, you know, who knows what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and I think we'll have more teams at the next iteration as well, as more countries reach the minimum qualification in terms of entry requirements, the amount of females that they have playing cricket in their country, and youth, junior females as well. But yeah, we're seeing a much stronger region, and this tournament has shown that, you know, female cricket and youth female cricket is certainly becoming more and more competitive, both in the region but more broadly around the globe as well.
So it's going to be Raja Durai for the first time today with her off-spin bowling. And this is lofted in the air by Wayo. It's out over wide mid-off. Going to come back for a second. That's well run by Ralia. She's good in that area, isn't she? She's just hits through the line so nicely. She's moved now on to 21 and just 3 runs required.
It looks like Wayo's got somewhere to be. She's absolutely racing along and jumping around at the crease, very busy. And her and Ralia, this is a great partnership. You know, right now going at 6.39 and over, and with no signs of slowing down, with only 3 runs now required for the victory.
Yeah, Wayo was the crucial wicket yesterday, actually. She just didn't get underway and then got out quite cheaply. This one's defended away, because Ralia actually played well yesterday. She batted a bit further down the order. I think she came in at 5 from memory yesterday, 4 or 5. Here she's been here right since the start. She's on 22 off 25. Wayo 21 off 21. So it's a wide. So just 2 required now. Wayo this time hits it to cover and is caught. So a little bit of an anti-climax there. Wayo's dismissed. Raja Durai picks up a wicket. And yes, Wayo's on her way.
A bit of confusion there because of the lack of celebration from PNG, realising that it's probably too little too late. A very impressive knock there from Tree Wayo, and just hit it straight to cover, trying to hit the winning runs, you might think, but we'll have to wait a little bit longer.
We will indeed. So anyway, Toby, with this tournament coming up to its end, our telecast is going to finish very soon. Just to say that, you know, I've been helping Indonesia out by doing commentary for the last few months, but it's been nice working with you over the last few days. It's always much better having 2 people behind the mic wherever possible than 1. Wish you a safe trip back to Melbourne at the end of this tournament, and this one's hit up in the air, and it's a drop chance. So first ball from Lee Chow on strike. She hit it behind square, and she was dropped at behind square or on the 45. So scores are tied now. But yes, it's been a pleasure working with you, Toby, and pleased you've had a good time here in Bali, which of course I call my home these days, and hopefully our paths cross again and we can get the band back together fairly soon in the coming months.
Thank you, Andy, and thank you for commentating this tournament. It's really brought this tournament to life across the globe, and I think your consistency and the way you've covered this tournament has been fantastic to see. A big thank you to you, big thank you to Cricket Indonesia for getting you involved, and yeah, it's exciting to see the profile of cricket within Indonesia starting to grow. You mentioned, only in the last 12 months have you started to see what's going on, and we hope that it will continue to grow and more opportunities, more international cricket will be here on Indonesian shores.
Well, I'm trying to organise a game at the moment. I want to get a couple of former New Zealand players over here with a mixture of just random punters for a game against one of the local sides. This is obviously going to take a lot of organisation, but I'm dead keen to do it. So we'll see what happens as Ralia comes in, and it's defended by Lee Chow. So scores tied. Just the one required for Indonesia now. Will it be the captain that hits the winning runs? Captain to captain. And it's a shout for LBW and given. So Ralia takes her 4th wicket. She's got 4 for 11 now. Lee Chow looking to sweep that one away. As I see some people arriving here. This is the Fijian team. So this will be for the presentation ceremony. There's a nicely done stage which may have come up on screen during the day, but it's been nicely set up with a mixture of classical Balinese decoration, and so there's going to be a presentation a little bit later on. And so yes, the Fijian team's just arriving back from their hotel now. In the meantime, Indonesia still needs another run here, otherwise we might be going to a super over. But they've got 5 wickets in hand. Luji's the new batter, and it's just the 1 run required. So yeah, that would be kind of remarkable if we got to a super over. Here's Ralia looking for her 5th wicket. And there's a shout for LBW. Is it another one? No. She looked confident and sounded confident.
Maybe just sliding down the leg side, that one. Adjudged from Claire Polisak, the umpire, but you can see she's attacking the stumps here. Dika Ralia wants to get her 5th wicket.
Yeah, it just shows there's always personal milestones in a team game. This one's driven up to mid-on. They take off for the single. They get home. A diving effort there from Luji, and that is the end of the match. So Indonesia, they finish with 4 wins behind Samoa's 5. And I'm not sure, I guess you'd call it 2nd place for the tournament, but they will be disappointed that they didn't make it. They had a good chance yesterday after restricting Samoa to 80. They made 72. They fell just short, but that's congratulations for this match to Indonesia. Congratulations to PNG on an excellent tournament, including the highest total of the tournament. But overall, congratulations to the Samoan team, and congratulations to their chief executive and their manager, who's the same person. That's Stella, who we interviewed a few days ago. So yeah, well done Samoa, well done Indonesia today, and well done to the ICC for putting on an excellent tournament. Any final thoughts, Toby?
I'll just extend the well dones and congratulations to all teams at this tournament. You can really see that each team got better as the tournament progressed. It was a fabulous show of, I suppose, cricketing skill across the week. As I said, it only got better. huge for Samoa to qualify for their first ever World Cup, but Fiji, first ever under-19 women's qualifier, so a bit significant moment for them. And then Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, both to put on extremely competitive performances. Both will probably be disappointed, hoping to have qualified, but I think, congratulations to all teams, all of the member bodies who have been supporting their teams in preparation for this tournament. And I hope everyone safe travels home, and congratulations again to Samoa Cricket.
So, on behalf of everyone here involved with the production, we'll be signing off. Just wanted to give a big shout out to the technical team here, the local Balinese team that's here, very regularly now, for putting together the pictures and all of the technical side of things. So from me, Andrew McLean, on behalf of everyone else, we'll catch you again at some point in the future. We hope you've loved our coverage, and good luck to Samoa at the World Cup in Malaysia next year.
sana aja kalau gitu. Nggak usah gitu. Adi langsung dari.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the award ceremony of ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup EAP Qualifier. Before I start this award ceremony, I would like to welcome you all with Balinese dancers. Please have applause to the Balinese dancers that will come soon.
What a fantastic welcome. Can we give another round of applause to the Bali dancers, please? Hi everyone, my name is Emily O'Brien. I am the Tournament Director here at the ICC Under-19 Women's World Cup EAP Qualifier for 2024 here in Bali, Indonesia. A big warm welcome as Afi and the Balinese dancers gave us as well. How privileged we are to be here at the U-Diana Cricket Ground, and we thank PCI for hosting us here. And geez, haven't they turned the weather on for us? So a big round of applause. It's been fantastic to see this competition grow from the last iteration being 2 teams to 4 teams now. And we know that in the future that it's only just going to grow, and we can't wait to watch that happen. All teams should be incredibly proud of their efforts this week, as well as their progress. You can see match on match, each team has really grown as a team, and the cricket skills have really developed, and it's been fantastic to watch. We've seen some exceptional performances with the bat, ball, gloves, and of course in the field as well. And we will recognise some of those efforts later on in the presentation. But I believe some of the most impactful moments have come from the pure enthusiasm, the teamwork, the support and the camaraderie, both for within each other's teams, but also for supporting others outside of our own team. I have a long list of thank yous to get through today we're able to make today and this tournament possible. But first I'd like to pass over to PCI Chairman Abhiram Singh Yadav to speak a few words.
First of all, allow me to greet you with the Balinese traditional greeting, Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Shalom, and good evening to everyone. It has been a fantastic week. Under-19 World Cup Qualifier, 4 teams, Fiji, PNG, Indonesia, and the champions Samoa, all performed very well. All of you have started the very first step to becoming future talented athletes who will bring the good names for your countries. Yeah. So thank you very much for all of you making this event go on in a wonderful way. Particularly, I would also like to thank from the Ministry of Education from Badung and from KONI Badung, from the Police Department of Badung, and Tournament Director, I would like to congratulate Emily, fantastic event, and Toby, and from the ICC Hall of Fame. Umpires, thank you very much for standing in this hot heat weather and making this tournament a great success. It is with this collaboration this event has went well, made so many tight competitions. It was not easy to find a winner, and I think every team performed well. Every team improved from games to game, and there can only be one winner. Doesn't mean that there is a loser. Everyone is a winner. Everyone played well, and however, only one team qualifies for the next round, and for that, congratulations, Samoa. Finally, we hope to see you again in Bali or anywhere else in the world, and let's keep this friendship between the girls as you guys grow up together and play in the senior teams in the future. Thank you very much. Om Swastiastu.
So just another couple of thank yous. I'm probably going to repeat a lot of the same things, but I just want to make sure that we have thanked everyone and everyone understands both my gratitude as well as everyone here's gratitude as well. So there are so many people to thank. So it is a little bit of a list, so please bear with us. But it's not possible to put on a tournament like this without the help and assistance and guidance of many of these people. So beginning with PCI. So we've just had Abhiram up here, and I'd especially like to thank as well Albert, and then also my fellow tournament director, Afi. You've done an absolute power of work behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, as you can see. What an incredible backdrop and setup that we have here at the U-Diana Cricket Ground. It's fantastic, and you should be incredibly proud. No challenge was too big or too hard. You've been fantastic hosts to work with, and I'm sure all the teams would agree with me on that. That any time that there's been anything that we have asked, you've been more than willing to accommodate. So we really appreciate that, and thank you so much. To our match officials, so we have Trudy, Claire, Kalidas, Alu and Marielle. Thank you so much for your care, for your enthusiasm. You've really brought a really fun vibe to the tournament, and I'm sure everyone has appreciated that both on and off field. You've also been incredible professionals and a really understanding and approachable group. So you've been a pleasure to work with, and we can't wait to work with you at future tournaments as well. I'm going to have to read this one because there's a bit of a list, so bear with me. We want to thank as well all of the scorers, the ground staff, the security, the team liaisons, caterers, media staff, streaming team, the medical staff, all of those that were playing roles on match day. Without you here, the match days don't flow as well as they did, and you always did everything within your roles with such a big smile. So we really appreciate that, and you made coming to the ground every day a pleasure. Thank you. Big clap. To the supporters that came to watch from near and far, your support was heard around the ground and through the stream. We know that we've seen comments and feedback from people all around the world tuning in and watching the stream, and they could hear you all cheering very loudly. So I know that our teams here really appreciated it, and it just made the atmosphere here at the ground fantastic. So thank you all for making the effort. And last but not least, to our teams, to Fiji, Indonesia, PNG and Samoa. You played with exceptional spirit and determination. You should be incredibly proud, and I know that your support staff would be as well. Incredibly proud of your efforts, the way you carried yourself, and the way that you had fun throughout the entire tournament. I think that was evident to everyone that was watching, from the dancing on the sidelines, from the cheering, from the chants, all up the way up until the very last ball. You made it look like an entire a party, a full week of fun, and we're really excited to see where you all go in the future. I think it's pretty safe to say that women's cricket, particularly in the EAP region, but more broadly, is in really safe hands with all of you young women up and coming in our sport. So congratulations. We're going to get into all of the awards now. So we have both individual, we have a team of the tournament, and then we will present our champions as well. I'd like to welcome up on stage Toby Cohen and Catherine Fitzpatrick to present these awards.
Thank you, Emily, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you to the PCI. All right, so our first award goes to the best batter of the tournament. So this goes to the player that's made the most runs, and that goes to Samoa's Vera Farane. I should have included. Is this on? Yeah, I should have included. That was 196 runs for the tournament, which was a huge effort. The next award goes to the player that's taken the most wickets this week, And this player took 15 wickets, and they are from Papua New Guinea, the captain, Dika Lehia. Maybe don't go too far. So the next player goes to our player of the tournament. So this is the player that's been awarded the most votes from the umpires in a 3-2-1 after each match. And that goes to Papua New Guinea's captain again for the second time in this tournament, Dika Lehia. And that is, of course, the second time that Dika has won this award after winning it in 2022. So the next award we are going to call up for the team of the tournament. So this is the top 11 players as adjudged by the umpires. So the team of the tournament, I'll start in no particular order from Samoa, Vera Farane. And we'll just ask you to stay up on the stage here after receiving that certificate. No, stay up, stay up. So this is the team of the tournament as sponsored by Kookaburra. Thank you very much. So each player will be taking home a bag from Kookaburra, as modelled by Emily here. So very exciting. All right. Our second player in the team of the tournament from Papua New Guinea, Lakshmi Rajadurai. The third player in the team of the tournament, from Fiji, Mele Wanganisau. Our fourth player, also from Papua New Guinea, Dika Lehia. Fifth player in the team of the tournament from Indonesia, which included a hat-trick for this player yesterday. That's Intan Penun. No, not that one. Sorry, it's towards the end. I went off order. Yeah, I went rogue. I wanted to get an Indonesian player up, sorry. Our next player from Papua New Guinea, Dadina Gaudi. I'll go back on order now. I just wanted to have one from each team. I was like, oh, it's my order. Dadina Gaudi. I'm back on order. I'll help you out. The next player from Papua New Guinea, the wicketkeeper, Awala Boyo Vare Kaveri. And our next player from Samoa, this is the captain Tia Mapu. Next player also from Samoa, Masina Tafea. And from Indonesia, we have Devi Murtiari. This is the last player, by the way, so we'll get in for a photo. Yeah. And our final player in the Kookaburra team of the tournament for the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup EAP qualifier is Olive Lamoe. So if we can just ask you to bunch up for a photo here, get nice and close. Our ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup EAP team of the tournament. Let's give them a huge congratulations. I think we're good. Thank you very much. I'm not doing the next. Intern panel. Yes. And then, do you want me to do this as well? Yeah. All right. Fitz, do you want to go back up? We do also have a couple of game balls for some outstanding bowling performances. Sorry, I'm going to have to say them. So the first one to call up, I did mention the hat-trick yesterday, and which included 5 wickets from Indonesia, Intan Penun. No, you can thank you. Makasih. From Samoa, and this included 6 wickets. An impressive performance to get Samoa over the line yesterday against Indonesia. That is Silapea Polateva. Got that one wrong. And in today's match from Fiji, the captain, Mela Wanganisau, with 4 for 4, which included a hat-trick. I will now welcome up the captain of Samoa, the winning team at the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup Qualifier. So Tia Mapu, can you please come to the stage? And the mic is now all yours to please call up your team to collect their medal.
First and foremost, we would like to say thank you to the man above for protecting us since the day we got here and every day off and on the field, on and off the field. I would also like to say thank you to my coaches, manager, and our team technical advisor for helping us get through the tournament. We also like to say thank you to the ICC staff, Emily, O'Brien, and Toby for directing the tournament. We also like to thank the umpires for umpiring the game during this hot weather. Special thank you to the Cricket Indonesia for hosting the tournament, and also thank you to all the sisters that are from PNG, Fiji, and Indonesia that we played against. We learned a lot from you girls on and off the field. Last but not least, thank you to our families that came to support us here, and also our families praying for us back at home. Thank you. Our first player goes to our vice captain, Olive. Our second player goes to Vero. Third one is Angel. Fourth, Sina. Five is Francesca. Six is Jane. Seven is Miriama. Eight, Silepeo Manix. 9, Luella. 10, Fowina. 11, NJ. 12, Etta. And last but not least, Salah Biliamu.
And we'd also like to present the championship trophy here to Tia Mapu. A big congratulations for Team Samoa.
Ungaluwa fafatisina, nengaluwenga Songelangatila Faakulo ile tuwalima Lingongo ole tuwasivi Uwalele mawalunga ilunga Iyale atua Faasa oloto tabua Lo utofi oesa uiyala upele Siva fata upatile otele Soya osevi ingalea umabi Iyale atua faiva vena Lo utautinga Lo uona ilenga luenga Na utautua Faafitaita usifea gainga Malole ko Malole kamu Oh yeah Tauteia Famalole bale Malole kamu Misifalute uwa solo Ya fenoalo finamalo
All right, thank you everyone for coming. That's it for today. May I ask everyone to come up on stage and take pictures together with all the guests that has come here. So everyone, every players, coaches, with the dancers as well, please come up to the stage and we take one last photo together. Then we can go back to each country. So please come up on stage for the photos. Yes, everyone. Ya, di dalam sini kali.
Itu di dalam, Pak.
Ya, biar kelihatan ininya kan.
Ya, biar kelihatan sini, Pak. Oh, lebih tinggi, Pak. Di situ, Pak.